This is Justin AMZN for Friday, March 1st, 2019. This is what we did today. We are breaking out. It didn't just grind higher, it actually moved. Let me draw a couple things in here. This level we got into yesterday as resistance was support today. Here's a pre-market high that we came back into, or we kind of chopped through in the first 5 minutes. Inside candle, broke out, retested. I mean, if I just draw, I'm trying to draw it here. Let's see where that goes. There you go. So chopping around in here, pre-market, we had some indecision in that same area, indecision in the same area, and then retest into that same area, and then we're off to the races. You know how we've had those double bottoms every day? Well, I mean, kind of got one again today. This one was just bigger. Consider this being the neckline of a double bottom-ish. I mean, it didn't pull back to one. This, it was kind of rallying up. So, I mean, it multi-bottom, double bottom. This looks like a double bottom, a retest, or at least a pause on the neckline, and then a continuation higher. So the look of it is just different than what we had, where we had a clear pullback into a double bottom and then a bounce, and then a rally. We didn't even pause at 1665.27. This thing is on a tear today. This is the daily. It's a bullish retest gap. It retested. It pulled back. Oh, that was the other thing here. Look at this. These lows, 1651. No, right there. 1651, the low on this candle. 1651 on that candle. This candle was even stronger than this one. This one was indecisive. This was like, it came down here after 3 bearish candles. It sold off, came right back down to the penny, stopped right there, and flew higher, retested, and then flew higher. And it looked like it had some momentum to keep on going up right here, but it did pull back again. These pullbacks were similar because you had a few candles in a row bearish, few candles in a row, a little move bullish, a little move bearish. It kind of had the same retracement from each of these levels, from here to here, and then from here to here. But you had these really nice consolidations, these stair steps. This one broke out. This one broke out. This one broke out. And then you're way up here. It's like, this feels kind of high. Some really small candles, pull back, a retest, and a rollover. So you had a double top here. Didn't even come down to 1665 and then started to bounce. Back to the daily. We took out we gapped up above yesterday's high. We took out the high from this candle, from this candle, from this candle, and from this candle. All of these bearish candles we've now gotten above. So all the bears who have been going bearish since earnings are losing money because this is where we're at right here. Let's see, our close was 1671.73. The high of this one is 1673.06. High of this one, 1672.26. So technically the close today may not have stopped out all of the bears, but most of them in here. Obviously this is a breakout from this downtrend line that we've drawn in. We drew it a few days ago. It would be great to see this pull back, like down anywhere into today's candle, or even further, hold some support like this, like retest this channel from above, and then just continue to ramp up and go higher. The squeeze is not fired yet. We've been losing this bearish momentum. We have a tiny bit of bullish momentum hitting today, which makes sense because, look at the size of the candle. That's great. Last time we had, let's see, what was it? Last time we had a close above here that crossed on through from below was this candle. And before that was this candle. Both these candles, the next day after it actually gapped up, gapped up. This one went sideways. This one gapped up before earnings, then they gapped down. You know the story there. Just like we saw how this was moving with the gap. Let's see, what was it? The bearish candle gapping down below the 21. Bearish candle gapping down below the 21 after bullish candle. And this did something different this day from what it had done this day and what it had done. Where's the other one? This day. I don't remember which the other one was. Bullish candle gapped up and pull back. Something, I don't remember what it was. I'd have to go back and watch. I think it was this one. Above. Yeah, I got above, gap up, bearish candle, gap down below the 21. Yeah, so it was these three, these three, these three. Something started to shift here. The last time we did something like this, where we actually crossed above, this 1665 was this candle and this candle. For these more recent ones, I mean, we gapped up the next day, pulled back a little bit on this one, gapped up, pulled back a little bit. We could gap up, pull back a little bit, maybe to the high, maybe to the close, maybe to 1665. And that'd be a great place to look to buy. You see any small candles down there, either get in or get in when when it goes bullish, breaking out from those small candles. Other than that, I mean, you can go look at the 5-minute and see what was going on. I mean, you had a lot of chop. Even though these are the same lows, it's a Friday. We're losing theta decay on a pullback to that same stock price. And then even this one didn't even pull back to that same price. But the calls, the low was 793 here, and the low here was, the low here was 625. The low here was 560. The low here was 5. So you pulled back with these lows. I'm going to draw us to see, would this connect? That would have been really cool if it connected, but nope, it doesn't connect. So that's all right. But had you seen it pull back at the open price, probably look to get in around this if it comes back to that level. I'm sure there were people getting in here, getting in above these two, maybe triggered in, and then it pulled back and may have stopped them out right through here. There were some small candles in here. There were some, decently okay moves going up. It just wasn't until you had this final S curve here, and then some of these pullbacks, some of these other S curves on its way up. Each one of these, constituted an S curve, an S curve, an S curve. It's it's mirrored here on the option. So these S curves, you could have been getting in like this one, like 10 by 9 maybe. Well, it would have worked 10 by 9, but looking for some small candles to get in above it. Maybe would have been filled. This one maybe would have been filled going like 13 by 12 or 1250 by 1150 or something up here. This one, this was a pause right on the resistance level around $12 for the option. And we saw the same thing happen from here across to here and here on the stock. We're looking at the 1650 call, and we are right here, $12 in the money. So it makes sense that it's going to be around $12 on a Friday. That we could potentially rest here. Now, this candle was great. This was really small. The only thing that would have made it better is if the 21 had been a little bit higher and actually touched off that. But still, even as this was, you could have gone bearish here. The trigger below this low, it wouldn't have triggered. You could have gone bullish here with a breakout above, this level, but then you're taking a little bit of profit at 1665.27. So, you're probably looking to buy on a pullback because that's what's working, and just get a stop below the previous wick or a little bit wider and conservative down here. And that would have worked for some kind of gain. Oops, let's go back to this one. Had you done that here and just kind of set a target, 2R, 3R, I mean, you were there within half an hour, or no, I'm sorry. These are by twos. So you're getting in, let's say you got in 13 by 12. Let's just say that's what we use. In a matter of like 30 minutes, you're all the way up here around like 18 or so. So if you got it in at 13, you're up to 18. That's 5R in like half an hour, at a great place to be going bullish. So, this was just a phenomenal day for things to be working out, breaking out bullish. The puts, I was looking for anything later in the day. It was, the stock was rolling over. So the bearish puts, I'm sorry, yeah, the bearish puts, the 1675 put was actually doing okay. Let's see, was it this one? I think this one I was looking at the other day. So there's some small rallies in here from like $1 almost to 2, from down here 2 up to 3, I guess up to 5 or 4 there. So getting an R 2 by 1 maybe was possible, but you would have had to be quick to take the profit there and not have a target further up here. That would have been a fade sort of play. And there were some signals that could fade, like when this inverted hammer came in, and then this bullish this bullish hammer, bearish candle still, the gap down there, inside candles, and then seeing that sell off. I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of bears getting in right here, thinking, okay, I'm missing this. I'm waiting for a consolidated. Even though they're bearish candles, it should continue lower. Triggered in here, possibly stopped out here, possibly stopped out here, But hopefully, if that's something that you're playing, you got a tight stop, and you're gonna look to take profits quickly because it's a fade. It's not supposed to be going in that direction. And very clearly today, we had retests for the overall daily bullish retest gap. So the monthly for March is starting to break out. We've broken out of this downtrend line. We'll watch for a few days, see if we could get a pullback into the top of this channel, maybe around 1650, something like that. But if it does do that, look to buy it. If it doesn't do that, look for an inside candle. If it continues to break out, wait for a nice 5-minute consolidation, and look to be getting in with a stop limit order, the price you want above it, and just a regular stop, below wherever your stop is getting at. So hope that helps. This is going to be fun to see. What I'm anticipating is this is going to just continue to grind higher or to really shoot higher, going parabolic. So hope that makes sense, and hope you enjoy this video. This is just AMZN.